taking instructions from the natural world. Before we go into meditation today, note the changes in the natural world. Some trees are letting go of leaves that are draining their life force in a way to prepare for colder days. They must let go of the leaves so that they can stay and rest in winter, right? With that said, this is an ideal time. Every time you see a fallen leaf, you can think, what can I let go of that drains me? How can I best prepare for winter? I can name 3 habits that I have that aren't helping my body or my mind. Maybe something I'm consuming that's really not healthy for me. And I do take stock this time of year, and I write that down. What can I let go in terms of what I'm consuming as food, or what relationships that feel less than supportive. It can be work that I've taken on that really doesn't feed me. And whatever it is for you, this is an excellent time to take stock and also notice the changes, because this too will change. We'll get out of this time. We'll find our way into a different kind of situation. But while we're in this pandemic, we must accept that we're in it, and we must make the best of each day for ourselves. So Pema Chodron writes, our own suffering, if we turn toward it, can open us to a loving relationship with the world. So today's meditation, I want to encourage us to have a loving relationship with ourselves as a good way to start. So we're taking this time to be with ourselves, the most important relationship we'll ever have. And I'm going to set the timer here. That's my gong. And allow us a moment of mindfulness. We always start in the same way, with finding our breath. Blessed breath, a gift from the natural world. And as we come to our seat in meditation, taking refuge in this life-giving connection, you can even bring to mind trees and ocean organisms that are feeding us this breath. And we're taking the time to recognize the gift of life as felt by your body. So closing the eyes or simply lowering the gaze. If you feel restless or nervous energy behind the eyes, sometimes it's easier to come to meditation with a lowered gaze, where you just half draw the blinds, where the eyelids are sort of hanging but not completely closed. And looking a few feet in front of you, you can see how that changes the energy. We want to sit in a seat that's awake and aware, yet relaxed. So we welcome the body first. We welcome the exchange with the living world. It's available in each breath. And breathing in, making contact to the body in this moment. And breathing out, relaxing the body into your seat. Taking note of the taste, the smell of this moment. And resisting the temptation to make sense of it in a storytelling way. Just, this is what it tastes like. This is what it smells like right here, right now. But I will return to my breath as my guide. Elongating the exhale and slowing down is the best way to arrive to the present moment. As you ride the waves of each incoming and outgoing breath, notice permission, giving yourself permission to be here right now, not having to do anything but breathe and be here in this moment. The sounds of this moment are simply here for you to recognize where you are. And we resist the temptation to like or dislike, to judge the moment, but instead just breathing in and note, this is how my body feels right now. There may be pain or sensations in the body that aren't comfortable. And we welcome the rest of the body to carry ourselves, holding pain in the body or the mind with our breath, soothing, relaxing. An invitation to be here with this moment as it is felt by you. Notice how the exhale has the energetic invite to just relax and stay with this moment as it is. And if the mind is agitated or tired, or whatever state your mind is in, just allow that too. We're not here to judge the content of the mind or the feelings in the body. Instead, we're welcoming this experience of attention, paying attention to the incoming breath. A wave of breath washes upon the shore. And with the exhale, I feel at home in this moment. Nowhere else to be, but right here, right now. So for the next few minutes, experiment with being here with your body, with your mind, breathing, aware of breath, and resisting the temptation to judge this experience. The tongue may be resting behind the front teeth, the facial muscles relaxed, shoulders drop side to side, reducing any tension you feel in the shoulders. Rooted and grounded in your seat. Notice how your tailbone supports the connection to earth, your feet resting. And you can stay with the sensation at your feet in your seat. And with the next inhale, as if breathing through your feet, you may even feel an invitation to elongate the spine just a bit, observing the natural curvature of the spine. Can I relax my shoulders and let my breath massage my body from within? However you're feeling today, welcome yourself to your seat in meditation with a sense of ease that's natural when you connect with the exhale. Staying with the midsection, the center of gravity. And if you're feeling agitated in the body, you can place one hand on your abdomen and just feel the rise and fall in your breath. As we breathe in, there's a rounding of the abdomen. Relaxing into this moment. And with the exhale, bring the belly button back towards the spine. We take 3 deep breaths like that, connecting heart and belly. You can place one hand on the heart and one on the abdomen. As this is a heart-centered practice, and we're ready to enter the heart right now. Noting how with your inhale, we're receiving this breath with the heart. And if you're ready, you can draw your breath from the nostrils into your heart and even all the way into the abdomen. And with the exhale, emptying of what was, as we do this again, bringing attention to the nostrils, to the exchange of air at the nostrils. And slowing down the inhale so that you can feel a deep, soothing sensation of innate peacefulness, giving ourselves this opportunity to just be with this breath. Breathing in, filling the lungs, chest, the abdomen, rounding the abdomen to the best of your ability, and then exhale and release. And then we can place the hands wherever they're comfortable, and we're going to try a breath where we bring the shoulders up to the ears as we breathe in, and exhale as we begin again. And we can breathe in through the nostrils, bringing the shoulders up to the ears, and breathe out the mouth. One more time. And now, with a sense of being present, notice what it feels like to stay in this moment, wetting the lips and relaxing your gaze inward. We'll stay for a few minutes in a very simple awareness of the body, breathing. Stably seated, rooted in this moment. Held by Earth's gravity. And just stay with the exchange through your nostrils. Breathing in, breathing out. Giving yourself over to this life-sustaining exchange. Incoming breath. Exhale. And you allow your breath to be felt like a gentle breeze sweeping through your headspace, clearing away any clutter or thoughts of being elsewhere. Just being here is enough for now, in this moment, with loving and kind attention to self. Allowing yourself to feel stable, safe, supported by your breath. And you can bring to mind a family member that needs support, someone who is having a hard time. And you allow them to take a seat in front of you. It may also be someone that you're worried about, or someone who is sick. And you open your heart to them. Breathing into your heart. You exhale warm and sincere wishes that they feel safe. Seeing your family member or friend clearly in front of you. Feeling a loving, kind attention towards them. May you feel safe. May you feel supported. May you feel cared for. May you feel connected. You observe how your family member receives these good wishes, a softening of their expression. And with 3 cleansing breaths, you cleanse the mental screen as well as your palate, arriving to the present moment, seated in mindfulness, completely aware and available of this moment in your body, with your mind. And in front of you, you can see yourself as you are today, or from a time in your life when you could have used a supportive, kind wishes. So bring an image of yourself to mind, holding yourself with your heart. Wishing yourself well. May I feel safe. May I feel supported. May I feel cared for. May I feel connected. Internalizing these good wishes and repeating these affirmations. May I feel safe. May I feel supported. May I feel cared for. May I feel connected. Internalizing these good wishes, recognizing your ability to connect with loving kindness to this experience of loving heart, mindful presence. And we share these good wishes now beyond our social circles, family and friends, feeling a sincere wish that all beings feel safe. May all beings feel supported. May all beings feel cared for. May all beings feel connected. Strengthening the field of loving kindness with the positive energy shared. Can visualize energy in the form of soothing sensation touching every heart on earth. Mindful presence. Starting with one mindful breath, we can connect to the heart of compassion that is really in the way we meet the world. So to those sick and suffering of body or mind, recognizing the gift of clarity and wisdom that's available in meditation and sharing it freely, especially with the wicked or the ignorant who are unable to meet each moment mindfully. Our own suffering, if we turn toward it, can open us to a loving relationship with the world. When you touch your sorrow or fear, your anger or jealousy, you are feeling everybody's jealousy. Everybody has fear or sorrow. You wake up in the middle of the night with anxiety. And when you can fully experience the taste and smell of it, you are sharing the anxiety and fear of all of humanity. People's stories are different. Their situations are different, but the experience is the same. The physical felt experience. The stories are different. And instead of our stress becoming all about us, it can become a link with everyone all over the world who is in the same predicament. So recognizing that my human experience as felt by me is shared by many. My fear, my sorrow, my pain, my pleasure. So with a sense of compassion, we can breathe into whatever has caused you pain lately or anxiety, a particular moment, perhaps in the last week or years. And in the staple seat of mindfulness and meditation, we don't look away, we breathe in and hold that feeling with your heart. Recognizing that with your exhale, you can offer relief, good wishes. Breathing in as you recognize something that's caused you stress. And breathing out, offer relief. May I feel safe in this kind of situation. May I feel supported. May I feel cared for. May I feel connected. There is healing in the laying on of hands, in the letting go of fear, in asking for help, in silence, celebration, prayer. There is healing in speaking the truth and in keeping still, in seeking sunlight and not shunning struggle. Laughter and the affirmation of wholeness hold their own healing. When the soul dances, when the day begins in delight, when love grows, cannot be contained, when life flows from moment to moment, healing happens in the space between thoughts and the breath before the first sung note. Healing is a birthright and a grace. When we dare to be open to the unknown, when we extend ourselves in caring, when we welcome in the vast expanse of life, healing comes from the heart and blossoms from the inside out. So with a smile and an attitude of joy and care for oneself, acknowledging that you took the time in mindfulness to heal your experience. Every time we meditate, there's an opportunity for healing, for feeling our way to healing. It can only be done if we recognize and allow the feelings and process with an open heart. And then something so precious becomes available in the sacred experience. There is no need to be a mystic or a spiritual teacher to have a spiritual experience. Every person on the planet is having a spiritual experience, and it starts with the way you meet this moment. So with 3 cleansing breaths, in whichever way you feel is best to complete your practice, we can bring both hands together in a centering prayer. And prayers are powerful. You can pray to the earth, you can pray to the sky, you can pray to God, or any positive energy that you've experienced in your life. And we pray for our needs to be met, for safety and support, a more compassionate, connected experience, caring for self, caring for others, and receiving that care in return. May you have a wonderful week ahead, filled with positive affirmations that you offer yourself first in an effort to share it with the world. And you may notice a little bit of a shift at the end of our meditation session, perhaps an invitation to belong to the world, to be alive, and to be grateful for that. And suddenly each breath is not taken for granted, but rather mindfully received. It's an invitation to live. And I wish you many glorious moments in this fall energy that's really inspiring to me and my senses. The letting go into fall, letting go of what can be released. And that can be negative thinking as well, if we want to let go of any negative experiences that keep returning to our mind. Each moment, each breath is an opportunity to begin again and to have a positive, precious human experience, even in the midst of a pandemic. And it starts with acknowledging that this is how it is today. And when we're at the store and somebody isn't being thoughtful, we don't forget that we deserve to feel cared for and connected and safe, and creating that space with the exhale. Always staying centered in the way you meet the world, giving yourself the most beneficial experience of that. And each moment can be a truly comforting, caring moment. Just notice how it feels like in comparison to when we started. And the invitation is to create your own mantras. Mantras don't have to be in Sanskrit. We just touched upon a practice called metta, or loving kindness practice, where you wish yourself and others well. And we'll be expanding on that practice in a more traditional way next time. But in the meantime, noticing the self-talk and how we can support ourselves with our thoughts energetically can be very helpful. And if we do feel frightened or upset out there in the world in this time, your breath is always there to guide you, to ground, and the exhale is always there for giving space for the experience. And loving kindness, compassion is there to melt away the pain and hurt that we maybe experience. It's like the eternal sunshine, actually. So noting the benefit of practice in the physical and mental ways it appears. And Jerry, maybe when you go to the store and somebody acts in these unmindful ways, acknowledging and saying, this is part of my experience. This really is making me feel frightened, unsafe, is a way to acknowledge that that happened, and then recognize that you have what it takes to keep yourself safe. And I'm gonna advise you to go online and buy the mask next time if people are acting like this by you. There are practical solutions to some problems, but there is a spiritual solution to every problem. And my mom taught me when I was little. She said, "Walk away from trouble when you can." So with the inflammable characters out there who aren't mindful and acting out in and around us, I always recommend, we do the best we can, and we wish them well, that they too should meet mindfulness in their lives. But we can't fix the others. We can only work with ourselves. We can try to walk away, and when we have, like, you were stuck in the store, so you couldn't really go anywhere, like you wanted to get the mask, so it was kind of like you had to go through it. And sometimes uncomfortable experiences are simply like that. We just have to get through it. But then having a positive affirmation instead of like a sense of, instead of like that feeling of feeling attacked, that can be just, if you're there, you can have your own back, if that makes sense. So I when I'm in like an uncomfortable exchange, or somebody, even sometimes people like start yelling at you in traffic, and I didn't even know that, or it's even a red light and I shouldn't even move, and somebody's like, go, go, go. And I'm in my car, I'm like, no. but in those experiences, we just have to be aware of the broken world that needs healing. These are truly trying times. So if you want to talk, you can unmute yourself, and I will stop the recording. If I did I do that? Stop, yes.